and today I'm gonna talk to you about a common question I get like every time someone comes to me asking for advice, and also I'm gonna talk about my own experience along my fitness journey. Now, the big question, what is it? Everyone at some point asks me, especially when they're just starting to train, how long will it take to get whatever body I'm looking for? And the answer to this question really isn't very simple, because there are a lot of factors that affect that time frame. But basically, for you to get to a specific appearance of your body, there's a fixed amount of work that has to be done. So for example, when I was 16, my back did not look how it looks now. When I was 16, the amount of pull-ups I would have done total was probably, I'm just going to give arbitrary figures, was probably under 10,000. However, between 16 and 23, the amount of pull-ups I did would have risen to maybe, again, just random figures, let's say 100,000. So for my back to move from 16-year-old Cobra back to 23-year-old Cobra back, there's a fixed amount of pull-ups I would have had to do to get my back to transform. And everyone has to go through this process. If you want your abs to look a specific way, there's a fixed amount of ab work you have to do to get it there. And this thing of how long will it take is really up to you, how much you want it and how much you are willing to prioritize the work needed to get to that level. So for example, I could have gotten the back I presently have a long time before 23. However, I have other priorities in my life, like I have to study, I have church, I have a girlfriend, I want to go out with my friends, and if I were to make that time frame shorter, it would mean I would have to invest more time getting to that fixed number of 100,000 pull-ups, and I would have to take away time I could invest in other aspects of my life. So at the end of the day, this how long is just up to you. I could have gotten the back I now have in 2 years. It just means I would have had to do 100,000 of those pull-ups in 2 years, as opposed to spreading it out over like what, 4 or 5 years. So again, how long is not a fixed number of months or years I can give you. It's really how quickly you want to get that fixed amount of work done. And you need to just find a balance between, hey, these are my body goals, this is how much work that needs to be done, and I have these other things I would like to balance into my life, like my grades, my friends, whatever other priorities you have, and you need to make a decision what the time frame you are happy with accomplishing those body goals in. So for example, me, I'm not where I want to be as yet. How I want to look, I can get it done faster. However, if I am able to still pull off good grades, have fun with my friends, and balance all these other things, I am not going to be able to fit it in to a shorter time frame. So I have accepted that, and I know by the time I'm like 25, I'll finally look how I envision myself, how I should look or how I want to look. So I can't tell you, and I couldn't tell myself, okay, to get to this body, it takes 10 years. No, it could have taken 5, but for me, to get to how I want to look ideally, it's going to take 10 years, because I just don't have, I am not prioritizing that goal so much that I'm willing to sacrifice other areas where I can invest my time. So how long is it going to take to get your summer body or your Christmas body, whatever body? It's really a certain appearance of your chest, your abs, your back, your biceps, your legs takes a fixed amount of work. This number might vary according to your genetics, but it's generally in a pretty fixed range, and you just need to accept that and decide, hey, how long do I want to, what time frame I want to use to accomplish this amount of volume to get this specific look for my body. And that's the long version of the answer to that question of how long it will take. It takes as long as you want it to. And for me, it's not like how long it took, because I'm still not where I want to be. I am constantly adding more and more volume every year and getting closer and closer to my goals, but I'm still not there yet. But to get to my present state, it took, I don't know, like 5 years of total work, exercising consistently for those years, and it can be done much, much faster. However, there are other priorities I have, which is why it took me this long as opposed to other people who might be able to get it done in 3. So the takeaway I want to leave with you guys is, don't give up on your body goals or fitness goals. You just need to accept what you are willing to prioritize and how much time you are willing to invest to get this specific amount of work done, and be happy with the time frame that gives you a balance between your body goals, fitness goals, and your other life priorities. And another takeaway, you hear me giving such big figures like 3 years, 5 years, 2 years, and you sit and think, wow, that's a long time to get to my goal. However, something people don't think about is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5. 1 year is 1 year. And whether you use the time or not, a year is going to pass. So you could sit and say, okay, it's going to take me 2 years according to my other life priorities, so I'm just not going to bother, that's too long. But the time is going to pass anyway. And when it passes, you could either look the same or be closer to your goals. So always keep that in mind. Time is not dependent on you. You could use it or don't. And I really hope these messages can help you guys in some way, and if it does, you guys remember to hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, and I'll see you next time.